Hello, my dear students. How are you all? Hope you are all well by the grace of Almighty. Dear students, today we will learn fill in the blanks with clues and without clues. But before going to our main discussion, first of all, I am going to introduce myself. I am Omar Farooq, lecturer, Department of English, Milestone College. Dear students, in our today's lecture, you will find how will you solve fill in the blanks with clues and without clues. Dear students, in this lecture, first of all, I will discuss some tips for answering fill in the gaps. It can be for with clues or it can be for without clues. Next, we will solve two board questions. So, my dear students, let's go to our today's discussion. My dear students, as I have told you earlier, today we will discuss gap filling activity, and that is with clues and without clues. So, my dear student, first of all, we will learn some tips for answering fill in the gaps with or without clues. So, my dear students, our first tip is read the whole text carefully more than once. Yes, my dear students, it's your first and foremost duty is to read the whole text carefully more than once, because if you do not read the whole text carefully, you cannot understand the meaning of the sentence. So, and you cannot be able to find out the exact word or appropriate word for your answer. So, it's your duty is to read the whole text carefully more than once. Next one, try to understand the meaning. My dear students, it is also important to understand the meaning of the sentence, because if you understand the meaning of the sentence, you can easily find out the appropriate word for your gap. Next one is carefully observe tense indicator words. Yes, my dear students, sometimes you can find some words like daily, regularly, occasionally that indicates the present tense. Then you can find yesterday, ago, last, which indicate past tense. And sometimes you can also find just now, already, that indicate present perfect tense. So try to carefully observe the tense indicator word. Then it will be helpful for your answer. Next one, traditional story or textual story. My dear students, sometimes you can get some fill in the gaps which is related to the traditional story or your textual story. If you find that type of gap, it will be helpful for you because the gaps are known to you. So it will be easier for you to answer the question. Next one, relation of word after gap. Yes, my dear students, you should always carefully observe the relation of the word after gap. So if you find out the relation, you can easily answer the gap. And next one is careful about grammatical fact. Yes, my dear student, you should be careful about grammatical fact, because if you do not do so, it will not carry good marks for you and you can not be able to write the correct answer. Dear students, we have learned some tips for answering fill in the gaps with clues and without clue. My dear students, now Following these tips, we will solve two board questions and we will practice these two board questions. So, my dear students, let's go to practice two board questions on fill in the gaps with clues and without clues. Dear students, we have already learned some tips for answering fill in the gaps with clue or without clue. Dear students, now it's time to practice. So, we will solve or practice from some board questions. Dear students, I have chosen fill in the blanks with clues from Dhaka Board 2020 and fill in the blanks without clues from Dhaka Board 2017. Dear students, first of all, we will practice fill in the blanks with clue. My dear students, for with clue, you will get a question like this and it will be from question number 1. In question number 1, you are seeing that fill in the blanks with the words from the box. You need to change the forms of some of the words. You may need to use one word more than once. Yes, my dear students, you will get like a question in your question paper and there will be a box for your answer. In the box, you will get some words. Sometimes it can be 10 or sometimes it can be 6 or 7. Then you need to use one word more than once. So first of all, we will read read the words from the box. In the box, we are seeing that the words are in, dark, the, from, and, learning, often, missed, that, or the. Dear students, let's try to solve the gaps. So, our first and foremost duty is to read the text carefully more than once. Let's start. An ideal teacher is dash compared with dash architect. He is called dash architect of a nation. He is light of dash and makes the illiterate people dash citizens of our country. Yes, my dear students, after reading the text, try to find out the appropriate word from the box. Next one, but it is a matter of great regret dash the teachers are not held dash due respect in our society. They lead a humble life in the dash of want. Still, they keep the light of education burning in order to remove the dash of illiteracy and superstitions dash the society. Dear students, I have told you earlier, after reading the text more than once, you will try to find out the appropriate word from the box. As it is given in the box, it is easier for you to find out the appropriate word. My dear students, now let's see the answers. A. Often. B. N. C. The. D. Learning. E. Or the. F. That. G. In. H. Missed. I. Darkness. J. From. This is our answers of the question number 1. So, my dear students, let's try to practice question number 2 and that is fill in the blanks with suitable words. Yes, my dear students, now we will practice question number 2 and that is fill in the blanks with suitable words. That means fill in the blanks without clue. My dear students, before starting this practice, you have to know something and that is I think fill in the gaps without clue is easier than fill in the gaps with clue, because in with clue you will get some fixed word and you have to find out the appropriate words from there. But in without clue you can use any word that is known to you, but of course you have to remember that the word should be appropriate. And first of all, you will read the text carefully. So let's start. My dear students, here is written, every student wants to do well dash in the examination, but it is not dash easy task. A student has to work dash for this from the very dash of the year. He must be serious. He should read the text books again and again. He must not memorize answers dash understanding. He must not make notes dash a common source. He should have a good command dash English. By doing all dash things, a student can hope to make dash excellent result. Yes, my dear students, let's see the answers. Here, answer 1 is in, B an, C heard, D beginning, E text, F without, G from, H over, I these, and J an. Yes, my dear students, I hope if you follow my lectures, you can easily answer the fill in the gaps with clue or without clue in your exam script. My dear students, we have learned some tips and we have practiced two board questions on fill in the gaps with clues and without clues. My dear students, I hope if you practice this way, you can easily get the full marks in your answer script. So, my dear students, I hope you will practice more by following these tips. So, my dear students, today up to now, thank you everyone.